Okay, just a couple things. I took the shock off and I changed the oil in the shock and greased the bolts that go through the bushings. And guess what? Stop this from clanging. The squeak is gone. No more squeak. So I guess that had a lot to do with the squeak, the shock absorber itself. And I made this board for the Venture. I put these two slots in it that fit these two tabs that stick down, and this back one right here meets this board right here. And that can't move. It can only come down. And I kind of like that better than these saddles for lifting the bike, because the frame lays here and here. And this whole board is supported by this flat lift stand. My floor is not level. But that's just a 2x4 with some slots in it. And it doesn't have to be very strong, as though I was lifting the whole thing with a floor jack in the center. Then this board would have to be strong, because that's about a foot. And plus it's weakened by these slots. But anyway, another thing I'm going to try my corbin seat. That is a corbin seat for the Royal Star Ventures. There's my stock seat up there. And I think this corbin seat might actually be lower. And I definitely like the backrest better. The other one tended to not want to stay up. This one here has a lot of adjustment to it. You can adjust the angle right here, and you can adjust the height right there from underneath. And this one happens to be studded. So I'm going to finally put it on and see what I think. It appears to me that it may be lower, which is always good. But it's tough. It's going to be tough to top the stock seat. I've had, geez, let me think, about 7 or 8 Corbin seats over the decades, and the flat one on my first generation KLR 650 was good, because the stock seat on that was not good. So that was one good one I had. And the Corbin seat, which was 4-piece on my Pacific Coast, Honda Pacific Coast, that seat was tie for the best seat I ever had. Tied with the BMW K1200 LT seat, which was very thin, and it was shaped like a horse saddle, kind of like this one. And it was heated, but that BMW seat, yeah, I could sit on that all day, no problem. BMW certainly knows how to make a seat. But those were the only 2 really good Corbin seats that I've had, so I'll let you know how this one turns out. I've had some that were pretty awful. On my 600 Seika 94 or 92 600 sake. I had one that was terrible. I had one on my 04 Moto Guzzi V11 Sport. That seat had a hump right here, and I put my balls to sleep. I could 10 minutes out. That's it. I had to go back. I went back to the stock seat on that. I think I had one on a Honda ST 1100. A buddy of mine I was going to buy, and I had a ST 1100 seat for it, and I put it on there, and I just didn't fit that bike. Everything was too far forward. It was a reach for me. That bike was made for somebody over 6'2". I think the early ones did, the 1100s. Great bikes, but that was that seat was the backstop. This part of the seat on that bike, where it was designed to meet you, it was too far back. If you were my size, I am 5'10". What else is going on here? It's 60 degrees today, March 1st, 2023. And it's time to start getting these things ready to go. So I've got the shock done, and I have to do all the usual stuff. I'm going to drain all the gasoline out of the tank. I kept it full all winter so I didn't have exposed metal inside the tank that could rust. So I'll drain that out, and I'll put that in a can that I'll use for my riding lawnmower. That's a pretty low-tech engine, and that should be able to run on that methanol if it absorbed some water. But anyway, getting ready. I'll see you there.